Welcome to the Not Too Shabby podcast, where this show is about you. Join us in this journey to view different interests, perspectives, and lifestyles, which we want to accomplish through conversation that leads to joy and creating lifetime memories. We're your hosts, Sha and V, to remind you that you're not too shabby. Keep it classy.
All right, thank you, Destiny. And again, we're your host, Sha.
And I'm V.
So, V, last week we had Destiny, a great sports dietitian. She gave us some insight on diet myths and everything. And it was really I used it starting out, the refined carbs thing. I looked more into it. And honestly, after that, finding out what that was, I had to cut a lot of snacks and chips out of my diet. It was really bad.
Yeah, and I think the crazy part is the fact that, going through life, everybody teaches you certain things, but, you got to figure out what works for you. It's almost like clothes, right? Like everybody has their own sense of fashion. Like someone can look great wearing one thing, but doesn't look great wearing another thing. So I feel like that's
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
So V, how I started this, podcast. I've always wanted to act, and I like to make little short films here and there. I was in a little show called Roommates. I do Halloween competitions, but it's such an amazing profession, and so little people get through it. I myself, again, I had to start a podcast to do my my creations, and some people get through it, and I think we have a special guest that can tell us a little inside of how he did it and what he's doing now.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Go ahead, man.
All right. So we're gonna introduce you to Verrin Cofield. How's it going, Veron? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great, man. Again, so this is my friend, Veron. Tell me a little about yourself, and how did you start your Hollywood career? Where did it start, and how it's going?
Yeah, man. Well, I would definitely say it started with roommates because before I didn't actually want to act, but you guys kind of Tyler, what it was, he came to me and he was if you wanted to do a web series that I guess they were shooting on the weekends. I said, why not? I'll try it. And I did it, man. To kind of make the long story short, from that point, I loved it. After that, I was like, this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. But I knew going to LA and being an actor, you kind of in a big pot. So I'm kind of what can I do also to kind of get the stuff that I want to see, out there, and stuff that I want to also play in out there, and I also had a degree in journalism as well. Well, I wouldn't say a degree because I didn't graduate, but that's what I was majoring in while I was in college. So that was kind of the writing background, and I've always loved to write stories. I started writing scripts. And one script that I was really serious about was Pursuit of Certainty, man. And I got that shot in Miami of 2019. That's in post-production as we speak, and then I said I kind of wanted to take it to a bigger scale. I wanted to do it in a mecca of film, in America, so I moved to Los Angeles, got me a nice little apartment at the time, and then, started working on the film that I'm working on now, and I've got a lot of people attached to it, some celebrity attachment to it. And I guess from there, that's how it's gone, man. Everything just pretty much happened so fast. I just focus on the work, craft, and staying productive, and I'm here.
Absolutely, man. So for our audience, those of you that don't know, Roommates is a small internet series that me and my friends created. Actually, not I created, but my friends from Gain Productions, David Bornstedt and Tyler Harper, as you said, and it was a small little fun thing that actually made me start acting as well, not just you, Veron. So that the time we met was my second episode, and I was just so intrigued by it too that they asked me for a second season, and so we became friends and everything. But tell me a little bit more on your shift from small town Indiana to LA, and how tough was it for you to survive in the Hollywood of LA?
Yeah, man, I would say it was definitely changing. I think one thing that helped me, is my dad was in the military, so we was constantly moving. So before I moved to Indiana because me and my girlfriend at the time, we met in Kentucky. That's originally where her family was. Well, her family's originally from LA, but her family lived like in Evansville as well. So I moved there with her. But besides that, I've lived in Manhattan, um, Fort Knox, Kentucky. I lived in Texas, Louisiana. All over. So I think that's kind of what made me be like, okay, I can do this. I've moved before, but it's definitely different. When you move to see like LA, Manhattan was pretty big, but LA's big as well, man. But the transition, I think it was difficult, like most things. But I think the solution is being able to adapt and adjust, and I think that's what I did, and things kind of went good for me.
And that's
No,
good, man. I'm very happy to hear that. The one thing I did that stand out from what you were saying earlier was the fact that once it happened, you were like everything's starting to take off so fast, and I
Yeah.
feel like that means it's a good sign that you're in the right industry because everything's
hmm
happening well for you, and the fact that you're able to adjust to that something so big that quickly shows a lot about your character, man. So that's real good. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
no, exactly. You can't just be like talented. You got to have good character, personality. All of that matters, especially I've always heard from movies and articles that I've read, Hollywood is like you have to be an animal, always out for the hunt, uh, and you know that scares me. But did it ever scare you? Like trying to pursue such a big platform.
Honestly, man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it did. I was excited. I've always thrived on challenges. I think kind of what scared me more was the fact of never trying. And always having the what if conversation in my head, man. So I was excited, man, and I was ready to step up to the challenge, man. Even to this day, it doesn't scare me going after what I love. It only scares me if I'm stagnant. That's what really scares me. So yeah, man, that's that's how I feel about it.
It's good, man.
It's kind of like the saying with Michael Jordan. I'd rather lose while trying than absolutely do nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. hmm
Hey, every progression works, man. Every progression counts, no matter how many steps forward you take, as long as you keep moving forward. And I feel like a lot of people are afraid to not move, so that's causing them to stay stagnant, which, in my opinion, is possibly even a worse position than you were than not trying to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So based on, I guess your first move, right? What was that biggest set challenge that you like? You know what? This is what I want to do when I first get there. Like, what was that first challenge you put your mindset into actually trying to like accomplish?
Well, that's a very good question, man. I think just getting it done, because as I've seen now, I've been living out here for maybe since June 2019, so about a year and roughly and a half, about a couple months. It was actually just getting it done, man, because what I've seen is a lot of people, move here, um, they have ideals, but they never kind of put the plan in motion, and I didn't want to
Mm.
fall into that category, man. So I was like, okay, I don't care how much money it's going to take. I'm going to work for it. I don't care what it's going to take for me to reach out to these people to make it happen. I just did it, made no excuses, and I went after it, bro. So
Mm.
literally, I think that's it, man. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. That's the hardest step. Like getting it done. Um, a lot of people procrastinate. There's little steps that get higher and higher, but you just gotta either climb it or find a different way up those staircase. But hey, that's some good words from you. So I kind of want to know, Veron, you said you were in post production for Pursuit of Certainty. Can you tell me a little bit more about that film?
Yeah, man, that's the kind of film I kind of wrote off some of my experience, kind of like my journey in the entrepreneurship. 'Cause I dropped out of school, and then basically went from the entrepreneur and still kind of an entrepreneur, and then went to filmmaking. So that's kind of what that movie is about. Yeah, and it's in post production. I have the editor working on it because I'm not good at editing, so he's working on it, man. And that's what it's about. An entrepreneur trying to find his way, lost the money in the market, and trying to basically bounce back. It's that never give up type of film. So
Absolutely,
that's what
man.
that's what it's about. Yeah.
Hey,
I
never
love it.
give
I
up.
love it.
That's what you live by.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it, man. To be honest.
Other than that, you said you were in production for your newest film. You said it was a directorial debut.
So it's more, I say a little bit of co-directing. The director, his name is Jonathan Latona.
Hmm.
His film Doug, a feature film, won a grand jury prize at the Burbank Film Festival. He's really amazing at what he does. But I would say I'm more on the producing side. Definitely, I financed it myself and I wrote it. Yeah.
Very
Got
nice.
42 actors in this one with a $170,000 budget. So this one was a little bit bigger.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So how does that work, the financing part? Because I've always like wanted to produce something. It's just again, I don't have any money, but it's always intriguing to me how someone produces something so big.
Well, luckily, I've been trading for a couple years, so I had the capital to do it. But what I needed, because I knew it was like, okay, well, I can definitely finance the movie, with my own small budget, but I don't know what needs to be financed, so I had to go out and find me a line producer, to take the script, break it down, do it line by line, and that's the budget that we came out with. Once he told me that, and I got that, that's when it was nothing for me to start reaching out to everybody that I need to get a crew together, a good director, a good DP. The actors are all very great. They're incredible, man. A lot of them are SAG actors. They've been in a couple films, a couple TV
Hmm.
series, man. So it was nothing, man. It was a process, man. But what really helped me kind of was the pandemic. I went on a little learning hiatus, learned how to get distribution because we couldn't film. So I learned how to get distribution by myself, where I don't have to go through representation. Learn how to advertise it. Got a little billboard campaign set up for 6 months after the film is finished. It goes into post production, and reached out to multiple actors, learned how to get it registered through SAG, and to make the film that much more valuable. So man, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
So V, it's kind of like our episode 2, where people during the COVID pandemic find themselves, you know, because of the pandemic and quarantine, it actually helped him, do it more of his homework, get what he needs to get done straight, and if anything, he pre-planned to, be able to be ready when the pandemic lifts or the lockdown lifts. So
Hmm.
that's really great. Another way that the pandemic is in a way beneficial uh, to some
Yeah.
people. So Veron, I'm dying to know what is It's On You about. I've seen some pictures. It looks great. I want to know more about it, and I think our audience does as well.
Yeah, man. So it's definitely a lot. Definitely has a lot to what's going. It definitely has a lot to do with what's going on today. Um, and it's told through the main characters, and four main characters. It's kind of told through their perspectives. Each of them have got different obstacles and triumphs that they got to go to get to where they got to get. And it's basically on them. Titled the name "It's on You" to get where they got to get to, man. But just in the film, I have multiple characters. Talking about what's going on in today's world from their perspective and what makes the film so great that everybody's different. So you're hearing it from each person's perspective, and you're going to see in the film that a lot of people, you know, um, are going through some of the same stuff, but some of them think positive and they make their way out towards it, while the other ones kind of let things hold them back. So that's, without giving it away, that's kind of what's it more about. Basically saying, if you want to do something in life, despite any circumstances, you're going to make it happen. So that's kind of what the film is about. Yeah.
So it's got a
No,
great
you.
theme to it.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I think
I
it's going
love
to be
it.
very powerful. Thank you.
So what you're saying, this film it's on you, man. It's all on you.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
That's amazing. I feel like when it comes to stuff like that, people don't realize that, or everybody got their dreams and goals and stuff, right? But at the end of the day, like people can push you towards it. People can put you in a direction towards it. But at the end of the day, you're the only person that can touch that goal. You know.
Yeah.
So it
True.
is on you. So
Hmm.
I love it. I
Yep.
love it.
It's amazing.
Thank you,
So
sir. Thank you.
when are we looking to watch any of the two movies, man? I wanted to watch Pursuit of Certainty, and then now I have another movie on my watch list. It's on you. So when can we expect it from you, man?
Cool, man. So, Pursuit of Certainty. I'm not doing nothing really big with that. I'm just uploading it on Amazon Prime. That would be done in May. Post production should be done. I'll do that in May. But this one, since it's a little bit bigger, I'm trying to get it licensed with Hulu. Already got a licensing deal with Amazon Prime, and take it to Apple TV as well. So it'll be released on those three platforms late July, early August. Once they do their little marketing on their platforms and everything, then it'll be released. So I'm really excited about that one in particular.
So Veron, I'm just saying, I'm just gonna put it out there. If you need an Indian taxi driver or some convenience store worker, you're looking at them. I can do the,
You know what I mean?
Oh, big facts. No, I got y'all, bro. For real, I already got y'all, bro. For real.
hey, my man V here, he's in LA, so you can holler at him all the time.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. That's what's up. What part of LA?
So I'm more in a little bit northern of so like Santa Barbara area, Oxnard, Ventura County,
Cool.
that area. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cool, cool. All right, that's what's up, man. Cool.
For sure.
Definitely
Hey,
got to link up sometime, bro.
most definitely, especially like if big things coming up and all that stuff. So definitely rooting for you when it comes to stuff like this. I've always been on the same team as everybody that that's willing to make it and willing to put the work into it. And
Absolutely.
that that point right there, Shaw, you should come out here, man, when he does release this thing.
I've been, I've been meaning to come to LA for a long time now. Tyler's over there. My friend, V, we became great friends in medical school, and then again, you're out there too. So I need to come out and meet you guys.
Awesome, awesome. You guys met through medical school. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah. So it was, just kind of the thing. We clicked, and then we became best friends, and now we have a podcast. So
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Basically,
kind of like we started roommates. It clicked. You're like, you know what? I found out what I want to do.
I think that's like the best thing ever. It's just like finding out what you want out of life,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
taking it and running with it. So
Mhm. For sure, man. I agree.
So Veron, I wanted to ask you, um, again, how does it, how do you know that, like when pursuing a film, how do you know like this is the one? Like how do you what's your process of getting to yes, this is what I want to film? Because again, I've written many scripts. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just not good enough. This isn't content I want to, film. Like, how do you know, like, yeah, this is the one I'm going to pursue this one for sure.
Well, I think it's definitely and just kind of to go off what you said. I think it's definitely something internally that you got to feel, and like you said, you're gonna know if it feels right or not. And this felt right on so many levels. You know what I'm saying? Nothing would let me give up on this until we're at this point. Now we're not totally finished yet, but we're about to be there. Nothing would let me give up on it.
So on the side note, Veron, what's your favorite film? What's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh man, you're gonna really ask me that? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
for me, surprisingly, my favorite is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Jack Nicholson. Favorite movie all time.
Love it. I love it, dude. That is so hard, bro. I love so much movies, man. Man, that is hard, bro. I'll never go wrong with The Pursuit of Happiness. I'll never go wrong with it.
Amazing. It's a beautiful movie. It got me crying. Emotions just up, down, up, down.
I watched that film 23 times and I cried every single time. I know that's the film.
it got to a point that I wanted to buy my own like portable phone DEXA scanner.
Hey, facts.
To be honest with you, I'm
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
if this guy can go out there, like, and the fact is, it's not even that made him. It's
Right.
all the other stuff, you know.
Yeah, and real quick, I got a slide somewhere in there. I love Scarface, I love Godfather, and I love Boys in the Hood. I had to throw that in.
Hey, that's you got to have some of those,
Yeah, definitely.
Boys in the Hood,
But,
man, amazing.
Yo, V, what's your favorite?
I mean, dude, to be honest, like one of my favorite films to this day. Um, to be honest with you,
Lion King.
I mean, of course, that's
Love
classic
Lion
for
King.
me. But
Love
like
it, love
Hook,
Hook?
Hook.
Like Robin Williams Hook? Oh, wow. That's the first time I've heard that it's their favorite.
it. That's the first time I heard it too, bro. That is an amazing movie, bro.
It is. I just felt like it took a different aspect and different approach on Peter Pan itself.
Hmm.
And like, because everybody thought about like, like the whole cartoon and stuff like that, like basically based the fact that, oh, you're never going to grow up and stuff like that, that this was it is. And then what they had to do was took his perspective of, yep, it happened. The guy fell in love, he grew up, so he had to change his ways. But how was he able to come back to where he was at and basically like try to like relive that life to save somebody else. So
Yep.
that to me was kind of great.
I never really thought about it that way. I would just use it as, it's just a children's movie, just watch it, have fun, just, but never really, dug deeper and took each meaning out of it. That's really cool. And that's kind of what I did with, obviously, the more complex films like, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's my favorite because just psychologically it plays with everyone. It's fantastic. So, but Veron, I'm glad to have you on here. Hope to see more. Can't wait for a trailer for It's On You. I hope production goes well for you and nice, smooth. But if you have a bit of advice for our audience that's pursuing acting, filming, or Hollywood, any of that sort of stuff, what is the one advice that you can give to our audience?
Oh, be resilient. Resilience. Resilience. I think that's definitely what it's going to, man, because anything, even though I'm not close to where I want to be yet, man, I think even getting something done, in Hollywood, bro, getting something done with anything in life, you got to be resilient, bro, because there's going to be so much obstacles that's going to be thrown at you, but you got to be able to go every single time and get through it, bro. Literally, man. I think that's the key, to be resilient, coming in with a never say die attitude and saying, hey, doesn't matter what it's going to take, I'm going to get this done and I'm going to do it. And I think that's everything, bro, honestly.
So I'm going to use that advice now. I got to be resilient. I'm coming to Hollywood. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. They're going to do an Aladdin reboot. I'm going to reapply for the Aladdin role. I'm
Oh
going to do it.
God, yes, bro. Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
No, I appreciate you coming, Veron, and taking time off. I know you're still in production, busy schedule. Uh, I wanted to wish you well, and I appreciate you coming.
Sir, man,
Awesome.
it was great meeting you. Good luck on your future. Keep us updated, and we're here to support you.
This podcast, I hope it continues to evolve and grow, bro, as big as possible.
Thank you, thank
Hey,
you.
we'll use all the blessings.
Absolutely, bro.
Thank you,
See you
brother.
guys.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. What a journey, right, V? Like, it's insane, the different perspectives that we can bring. I met this guy, and I didn't really know him as well. The first time I met him was during the shoot for Roommates. And again, personality matters. We became instant friends. I saw him different gyms outside of town, and he always, was like, hey, I'm pursuing this. This is awesome. And I got to know the guy, and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best part about when it comes to like finding a common interest. You guys can not know each other, but then completely click just because you guys are in that same vicinity and the same like the same train of thought. Like, I mean, think about it, bro. Like, you and I would possibly have never been friends if we were never put into that same room. Just in general, like, and because we weren't, just the fact that we were able to talk about food or a common interest when it comes to food, medicine, movies, just all that stuff. Like, we were able to be put in in a situation where we're basically where the world can give us a chance to click.
Exactly. And, again, like, I'm so passionate about creating content. I told you, and I think in a couple episodes or so, I always wanted to film. I like to act, and this guy kind of gives me that push. Like, yeah, maybe I could do this. I just need to be, again, resilient, keep pushing, and never give up. Pursuit, never end that pursuit.
Exactly, man. And the biggest thing is one thing that I can honestly like vouch for and stuff like that. It's like it's not yes, it's not gonna happen in one day, but you gotta push even if it's a step forward. Even with the brand, like when he was saying, like for him, he was like he's not where he wants to be yet, but the fact that he's getting something done. Same thing with my brand.
Exactly.
Like it's not like my brand is like a multi-million-dollar business, but the fact that I'm still continuing or finding a way to work towards it every day is a big accomplishment. Like, I always just tend to look back. Like, I was in literally in college, and I was working two jobs just so I can fund a few shirts that I knew I had to give away for marketing. You know, but the fact that I was able to do that now, going back into like places where now I have like bins of clothes. You know,
Of
Just
course, of
just
course.
the progressions that you see every day based on what you've put into it, goes a long way. So same thing for you, man. Like write content, like like you say you write a lot, and I know you've talked about writing a play, right? If I'm correct.
Hmm.
And you know what? Go into it, keep going, like, visualize it, see how you want it to play out, like go into your head, like, in a way where, like, all right, well, let's say I want this play to happen. Let's visualize what? Um, Lin Manuel Miranda, let's say, right?
I would say the god of musicals, but yeah, let's go for it.
All right, let's just visualize him playing your main character. Like, like how would you want that to play? Just the fact that you're able to visualize what you want out of the future goes a long way, man. So that's why resiliency does not actually mean, like you have to provide or show for it right then and there. It just means you got to take the step forward from where you were at this very moment.
No, I get that. No, of course, of course. And um, you've taught me that. Veron has taught me that. Everyone else in that we've interviewed has taught me that. The COVID pushing people down, and actually was beneficial for them as opposed to negative. Like they make use of it. They show their talents. They take the time and do their homework. Be well prepared. Uh, Again, for me, even helped. Like I was like, oh man, I can't create content. It's just a struggle. Can't really COVID test everyone because I don't have the budget. Because of COVID, I would have never started this podcast, and it's beautiful to think that negativity can be turned into positivity.
And at the end of the day, remember, I was just like, hey, we're going to start a podcast. You just got to do it.
We just got to do it. Exactly.
And it's crazy to say that you said this is our fourth episode. Um, a lot, like, a lot has actually went into it already. And, we don't know that because we don't
Absolutely.
ever count progress.
So I think again, huge thanks to our special guest. Again, I appreciated him coming today. But hey, we have a trailer for his movie, so let's watch that now.
Hey, Julius, you good?
Hey, Donovan, why are you doing this, man? I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, man.
I want you to know when the opportunity comes, I want you to accept it.
Yo, this is your house? Man, what do you do?
I'm a real estate broker.
Well, you can't let your past dictate your future.
Think about it.
Why are you here today?
If someone's gonna choose how Julius Jackson's gonna live his life, it's gonna be me.
Wow, dude. I mean, I like the whole, like, determination type of thing, that feeling. I mean, I've always been a sucker to those type of concepts. So I think that was great.
Yeah, Pursuit of Certainty looks really good. Again, it's about a guy who wants to just make it big and entrepreneurship and his ups, his downs, and then his pursuit. So it just looks amazing, and I just can't wait to watch it. It just I love it.
Yeah, man. And the end, man, that's crazy. Like the fact that he has that. No, he say, oh, what, post production?
Yeah, so he said it's in post production. He said it's in the editing process. So hopefully we get to see it soon. He said hopefully on Amazon Prime, and I can't wait because of course I have a subscription, so I'm definitely gonna watch it.
So I'm
You can watch it on mine. Don't worry, you can watch it on mine. I'll give you my password.
How about we just watch it on Zoom and then you share your screen?
That works as well. We'll do a little watch party.
Exactly.
But again, hey, everyone, thank you for watching. It's been a blessing. Hopefully, you guys are also excited for The Pursuit of Uncertainty, and It's on You by from Verrin Cofield. And remember, this show isn't about us. It's about you, and like today, it's on you.
If you have a dream, go after it. At the end of the
Exactly.
day, you're the only person that can grab it. So
We're only here to show you the possibilities. It's on you to pursue those. Again, thank you for joining us, and we're here to remind you that you're not too shabby.
keep it classy.
Thanks, everyone.
See you.